Good night. Good night. It is Tuesday, and the energy has been feeling. What sign is the moon in? I should have looked at that. I think it's in. It can't be in Sagittarius yet. I'm about to check what sign the moon is in, y'all. We're going to talk about a little astrology tonight. So if you're into astrology, we're going to talk about some energetic updates. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out what sign the moon is in tonight. Hold on, y'all. I can find out right now. Got it, guys. The moon is still in Scorpio. So it all makes sense. If you're wondering why the moon is in Scorpio, whenever the moon gets in Scorpio, I always, and I have Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio rising. So I be feeling that energy that's just like, it doesn't want to do too much. It's like, kind of moody in a way. Just the sensational, the emotions be very deep. If for those who don't know, the moon is very significant as far as it has an effect on all of our emotions, and it influences the waves of the ocean. So, and we're made up of almost 90% water. So you do the math and put it together and see how, I'm so sorry, and see how much the moon affects us. I'm just the messenger. Your temperament is really elegant. Thank you. Thank you, Makeup AR. I appreciate you. I feel very, and I have a energetic, bubbly side of me too. For those who've been on the live with me before, I have those moments where I'm like, huh, but today I just like this. And this has been me all day, kind of. I spent majority of my day on a call with a good friend. And other than that, I took time to study. I love researching and looking into like pseudoscience, astrology. I like looking into spirituality. I just like knowing information. And that's where I get all the stuff to share with you guys, is through my own studying and learning. Keys, hi, how are you, Keys? Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Keys. Yeah, so that's all that to say that we're gonna get into some astrology shit here and there, and if you guys are into like birth chart readings, I provide them for a very affordable price. So link up with me if you want your birth chart read or any kind of like oracle reading, tarot reading. I do that too. My name is Shandy Love. I am a spiritual life coach, and I help people become their best self. What's up, Dawala? I'm happy to have you tonight, Dawala. How are you, my love? How you feeling? But yeah, I spent majority of my day talking to my homeboy, and it was a nice conversation. It was nice to have that conversation. Maybe down the line I'll tell y'all more about it. Right now, I'm keeping some stuff to myself. But so that was my day for the first part. I made some nice soup. Whoever is Jamaican, y'all know pea soup. And it came out so good. And then I studied and rested before the live. So I'm a host, so I'll come up here like an hour a day for the month. And after this month is over, I'll be on more consistent. I'll be on. Not just because I want to just meet a quota, but because I actually enjoy doing this, and it's helping me. It's helping me with my self-expression. It's helping me with my confidence. It's just helping me all around. And that's kind of what I wanted anyways. So I'm happy. So happy. Yakasha, thank you for following, my love. Thank you. You believe me, Dewala? Yeah, I'm not up here spitting no lies. I'm here and I'm like literally just being. And yo, being, just being, it feels so weird because for so long I've been living in survival mode. For so long I've been allowing my fears to lead. I've been making choices based off of fear because my I couldn't perceive, not perceive, because I was able to perceive it. I was able to see it, but for some reason I couldn't face my fears and take the steps necessary to get to where I need to go to. I am free. Do you feel that, Delilah? I am so free. I am so free today. Papa, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I feel like the more the days go by, the more free I feel, because even when I have that feeling of, damn, I just quit my job, and I'm still not getting any leads on a new job, I have this apartment to pay for, bills to pay. I want to go out there and do things. I want to travel, and you need money to have that. So I'm not even allowing that outside shit to get to me. Last year, me would have lost her fucking mind, okay? So shout outs to growth. I'm seriously surrendering like this, and I'm allowing God, the creator, source, spirit, I'm allowing the universe to take over. I'm just following and trusting myself. I am trusting even the parts of me that are uncomfortable. Oh my God, I'm making space. I'm making so much space for it. Stay focused and grind, and that's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm even when there's times where I may get distracted, I snap out of that and come back. Because we're human. We're going to get distracted. We're going to get caught up in this shit sometimes. And we're going to have moments like that but as long as we snap out of it and remind ourselves the bigger picture, remind ourselves of the fact that we got bigger shit to do. We got stuff that is more important than worrying. Y'all, because let me tell y'all, worrying, and that's why I refuse to get into that worrying energy. Worrying ain't gonna do nothing for us. Stress don't do shit but kill. Stress kills. And after a while, I had to stop allowing that energy in my vicinity. I had to stop allowing myself to ponder on stuff that's gonna stress me out. Hi Kelly, how are you? Taywell, thank you, Taywell. Dewala said, I don't want you to get lost. I know that's right. Your friend is not gonna get lost, Dewala. I am not gonna get lost in this motherfucker. Although there's times when, as a human being, that still have things to learn, I know what you meant, Dewala. I'm just fucking with you. I get wrapped up in this motherfucker. I get caught up. I'm not gonna act like I don't get caught out here. Like I don't be out here making some foolish ass choices sometimes. I just gotta learn from it and keep it going. And that's on the list today. Learning from shit and keep on going. And not sitting on that shit. Once you learn the lesson, you receive the lesson for what it is. Once you gain the lesson, cut. Just go. Because you pondering and staying there, it's only going to build whatever that is. So learn what you got to learn and get the fuck out. And you can do that by here. Shifting your mind. Shifting your mindset. Shift that mindset. If you're prone to having anxiety and you're prone to worrying, you're prone to stressing out, choose different. You could feel the feelings of frustration, but you could also give yourself a chance to feel good. I'm gonna say that again. You could feel the feelings of frustration, but you can also give yourself the opportunity to feel good. That means you feel your feelings, and then after a while you say, right, I'm gonna get up and go do something different. I'm gonna get up and go make my favorite meal or something. Like, I'm gonna go feel good. And it's not about suppressing and avoiding. It's about giving yourself the opportunity to understand contrast without having it tear you apart, without having it slow you down, pull you back. Thank you, Dawala. So true. Facts. Shifting mindset. That's what it starts with. It starts with here. And so many of us are starting out with our hands, trying to manipulate the energy. We start with the ego, going towards fear. But I do, based off my experience, I feel like many of us fuck up so we could learn. And that's it. Like, literally, that's it. If you feel like you're fucking up in life, you're going through that right now, you love yourself so much, your higher self loves you so much that it knows that's the only way you're going to listen. Your higher self knew that was the only way to get you to fucking pay attention. So you have to go through some stuff that's uncomfortable. Your world got to get shaken up a bit. Things have to go that you don't want to go. Things may have to leave. You may not be able to get what you want when you want it. Things are delayed. When these things are happening, it's just a sign that, one, you still need time to prepare for what you are calling in. That's step one. You need more time. You're not ready. And it's okay. Tough pill to swallow, right? But think about the things that you are gaining from the experience on your way there. That's how you get yourself back to the journey, because so many of us are so stuck on the outcome, and we end up getting in our own way because we're so stuck on the outcome, stuck on the timing. Oh, we 30 and we don't got no kids yet. We 30, we don't got no husband yet. 35 plus, don't know our purpose yet. Some of us are so stuck on this thing that we don't give ourselves the chance to say, oh, wait, hold on. Let me shift my perspective. Maybe there's just some things I just need to learn before I get there, so I could have a better journey. I don't have to learn while I don't have to go through the process of obtaining the things I want and losing them. You know? Thank you, Goddess. Thank you so much. Blake, thank you. Thank you, Bon. Dawala, thank you for my hearts. Thank you. Thank you, Blake. Thank you, Dawala. Yeah. We gotta start shifting our perspective. We should have coffee someday. What city are you in? Where are you from, Dawala? Listen, I'm down to meet my people. But yeah, y'all, perspective shifts. And it's not hard. It just takes you having like an open mind and being able to just see all spectrums, all perspectives of this one situation. What makes you feel good? It's probably a shitty ass situation, but what perspective makes you feel the best? I would go with that one. There's a reason why it feels good. We talked about feelings yesterday and the importance of feeling our feelings, right? And how it's not smart to suppress your feelings or run away from them when they're actually here to help. Your feelings are your compass. It's your compass. It's your GPS navigating system to help you with your blind spots. There's things you don't know yet. There's things that is not coming. It's not being revealed to you. Your feelings is taking the place of that to show you, hey, I want to go here. So what you gonna do? You're gonna go there. Emotional guidance. Yes, Goddess. Yes, Dawala. It's all about energy, Blake. Exactly. You from Flatbush? Okay, yeah, we gotta link up. DM me. But yeah, it's so important to have that open mind. And for those who may not understand what the fuck I'm talking about, because all this is new to you, it's okay. Take what you can receive. I'm trying my best to break it down the right, but I'll only be able to like speak in a way that people who operate and see life the way I see life will understand. And I'm totally fine if I have to be questioned on my thoughts, right? Because I understand. Even the way I break it down sometimes it may not make sense to some people. And it's okay. Because listen, this world, the universe is so huge. We are all living our own different realities. We don't like as much as we relate to one another, we are still living our own individual lives. So I can't get mad at you for thinking the way you think. I can't get mad at your mindset. I may want to keep boundaries with you because I have my own way of thinking, you have your own way of thinking, and we may not just mesh there. And it's okay, right? Respect. As long as we respect each other and our differences, that's fine. But yeah, don't feel like you have to don't feel like you have to change who you are, change your mind. Like, it's okay to hear somebody else's perspective, but if you believe in something, stand on that. And if that thing, most of all, if that belief is what's keeping you protected, if it makes you happy, if it's what's making you safe, if it's you already built a foundation, by all means, don't make nobody pressure you out of what you believe. Because you believe what you believe for a reason. Some of us, we want to shift our beliefs because we realize the way we've been seeing life is not helping us. That's okay too. Like, pivoting is okay. It's okay to say, I changed my mind. Let me tap into this type of way of being, of seeing life, of living. I said I wouldn't have 3 kids, right? Let me see. Like things like that. Any choices anything that you at one point was just like objecting, like you just could not see yourself doing. It's okay if one day you're feeling like, let me give it a try. I can tell you listen to a lot of Abraham Hicks. Yeah. The pivoting exercises really help. I actually love Abraham Hicks. I haven't been listening as of late, but I used to like really heavy. Like, there's a book that she has, Vortex. Oh my gosh. Before all of this shit, before I actually experienced shit hands-on, like an initiation process, I was reading on this stuff. And I was like trying to really understand it because I really did not understand. When I tell y'all, and I'm very like, as much as I like to daydream and shit, and I love to fantasize, I could be very literal. I could be very realistic in this world. And that was it was slowing me down because for a very long time, in order for me to believe some shit, I had to see it. And that was the total wrong way to go. I was doing shit backwards. And it was hard to get out of because I didn't have no faith. I didn't have no trust. I didn't trust myself. As much as I believed in God, I didn't trust. My faith was very wavering. Very wavering. And I had to like understand, okay, it's a journey. I still pushed through. For the most part, all I did for real is follow my heart. Wherever my heart was leading me, I had to trust that. And I had to understand that wherever my heart was leading me, it may not look the same to everybody else. That does not make me a horrible person. It doesn't make me senile. It doesn't make me, what they fucking be like, delusional. It doesn't make, no. Because if we truly understand, back to us being on a rock, a floating rock through space, if we could totally understand that this world is vast, there's so many things that we can't see. Just off of the fact that we're on a floating rock in space, that alone will shift your reality. Because where are we for real? Oh, okay. Do you feel like becoming a parent induce that reality contract we take on? I do feel like it's, because I really do believe like if we become parents, it's written. So I feel like if anything, it just adds on to, like, now as the child gets older and it's making their own choices and their own new karma on top of their past karma. Yeah, being the parent may add some stuff to it, because based off our reaction, we have some parents who add on trauma or add on karma because of how they react to their kids. They beat their kids or do something bad to them, harm them. Then somehow as our children grow up, it put us back in the perspective of magic, and it's so healing. I think this is why I can't wait to become a parent. Parenting is attachment in itself, though it's so hard to let go. Ooh, I have some friends who are parents and they go through the same thing. I'm not a parent, but I would love to be like that's some I have this dream of just like I really think I came here to just have a family. Like of course I have all these things. I have all these things I want to do, but I see it with a family. Like I definitely see it with my husband and my kids. I see a family business, I see a partnership. I love that. Yeah, I that's one of my dreams. I hope that in this lifetime I'm able to have that. I'm sure you'll make a wonderful family. Thank you, Goddess. I appreciate you. Thank you. Astrology wise, I have Cancer Mars, and Cancer is one of the nurturing signs, most nurturing signs. So I guess that's where the desire comes from, and naturally, I'm just a nurturer. I love my family so much. Broke so many curses with them. Oh, could we talk about it? Could we talk about the fact that when we come out of the family we was born into and we create our own family, we end up giving ourselves the opportunity to recreate that motherfucking contract. So that way that our kids don't have to go through the stuff that we've been through. They don't have to like learn love through pain the way we had to. They don't have to live in poverty. They don't have to worry about food, home. And I think that's why God is holding off on me having a family, because I need to take care of me first so I can provide for my family. Not just a wonderful family, but a beautiful mother too. Shaya, thank you. Oh, you guys are really just, I'm blushing. Oh, guys. Your Cancer Sun and Jupiter. Ooh, triple threat. Ooh, it's giving mother, Goddess. It's giving mother. I love it for you. And I'm pretty sure your family is so good to you too in return. That Cancer Jupiter, expansion. I love astrology so much. Speaking of astrology, guys, Mercury retrograde season is upon us. We're already in Venus retrograde. Tomorrow, Mercury is going retrograde. So you know how they be like, oh, Mercury's retrograde, so like don't pay attention to it. It's all about the X. It's all about. It doesn't only mean about that your ex is gonna pop up. Yes, these things typically happen. For what reason? I really can't break it to you. Somebody made the rules. But these things tend to happen. But we also have communication issues, especially if you're taking a trip during this time. Just make sure you double check. You take care of your luggage. You make sure if you're checking in a luggage, be careful because it's likely to get lost. Like stuff like that will happen. Some annoying shit. So it's just, I'll say Mercury retrograde requires us to pause, to take a step back a little bit, to not really do too much, especially when it comes to communication, relationships, business, contracts. Make sure you're reading all the fine print, especially with it being in Virgo. Virgo is a sign of just strategy, organization, very strategic, very like detail oriented, and it's a perfectionism sign. Like it just wants to be perfect, which is why Virgo is a sign that tends to stress a lot. So now that Mercury is going retrograde in Virgo, we got to be mindful, back to the mind, of how much we're stressing about things that's not in our control. We got to be mindful about what we're thinking the most about. If we're pondering on things that don't serve us, if we're just worrying too much about making things perfect. Right now is the best time to adapt. Be adaptable. Free yourself from the need to control the outcome. And free yourself from the need for things to be perfect. Allow things to get a little messy. Like it doesn't have to be too put together is what I'm trying to say. So, especially with relationships with Venus and also being retrograde. Still be wary of your relationships. I'm not saying to break up with your people, but be mindful, especially of exes coming back and they trying to come into your life. That boundary's gotta be thicker than a motherfucker, okay? Just saying. And maybe some people come back in your life to see if you guys can review and reflect on what happened. And maybe some people do deserve your space, your time. Maybe there were things that were left unsaid, or maybe there are things that it was miscommunicated. So discernment, which is what Virgo rules over too, it's so important right now. From right now until I think it says September 23rd. I think around that time. But I would say the whole of September, because the whole thing with this retrograde shit, it has shadow periods. So I would say the whole of September, y'all, just be in your P's and Q's. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. And try to monitor how you're feeling. Like, pay attention to your nervous system. If you feel like your shoulders is like this and your jaw is clenched, like, take a second and breathe, please. Because there's no reason why you should be walking around like this. Like, there's no reason. It's not that serious. So we got to be mindful of how we're feeling. All right, I covered that. I said practice mindfulness. Definitely. I said all of this shit without looking at this damn note thing. I'm getting better at this shit, y'all. Relationships, schedules, routines. Ooh, so that's another one. Like today, ever since I left my job, I've been working on my routine within myself. Because as an entrepreneur, as a creative entrepreneur, I still need to be structured. I still need a routine. Back to the Virgo theme. Tomorrow's also Virgo season as well, which is interesting. So all of us is going to be like really focused on structure, organizing, getting kind of like ready for a new season. Fall's about to come, right? Summer, whatever the fuck this was, is out the door. So many of us is preparing. But that may mean that certain systems and structures you built, certain routines you built before may have to change, because maybe some of you guys are starting new jobs. Some of you guys left the job and are working on your business. There's just change happening. So with change come a new routine. So being able to adapt and being able to have like a flexibility and being able to give yourself a chance to try something different as far as routine goes, because some of us are so attached to the routine, even if it doesn't serve us, right? It may not serve us anymore, but we're so attached to routine because we became comfortable. Hey, Voodoo. Hey, how you doing? Thank you, KJ. Where's it come? Dano, thank you, my love. Thank you. Hey, thank you. Thank you, my locks. I've been growing them for almost, it's going to be 8 years. I can't believe it. Time is flying. Whew, y'all. So, yeah, this Virgo season, then retrograde season, mad planets are retrograde. There's nothing to worry about. I don't do that fear-mongering thing. It's just about being aware, being more present, being more just here and not too caught up in the bullshit. And when you do get caught up, because you're a human being, you just reel yourself back. Get back in the ring. 2 years, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful journey. I followed you back, my love. It's a beautiful journey. I'm never gonna regret it. Like, I'm never gonna regret making this choice, because it really taught me a lot about just honoring my natural self. Like, I love it. As someone who used to hide behind the weaves and the wigs, it's definitely, and the fact that, you know, I grew it so long and beautiful, it even just like, oh, this is all me? Like, it gives you that confidence, make you love yourself more. Exactly. And I don't think there's no ugly stage. There's just I would call it uncomfortable stage. It's an uncomfortable stage. Cause it's new. It's a fucking journey. Locks is no joke. It's a journey for real. So kudos to y'all who are choosing to lock the naughty. Never an ugly stage. Okay, being able to just let the situation go and move on. So I talked a bit about duality, not only duality, adaptive, being adapting, like adapting to the change and the shifting with the shift, and not allowing yourself to get carried away because things are happening that's far out your control, right? So when something comes up and to throw you off, let's say you was feeling really good and all of a sudden some shit happens, some bullshit, somebody come with some bullshit, throw you off. Now your day is like, you feel like your day is fucked because your mood is fucked up right now, right? You have a choice now whether to just feel and understand the situation that's happening for a minute, like feel your feelings, of course, but then know when to get back up and be like, all right, back to what I'm doing, instead of just letting it take over your whole day. Now you gotta make up the next day for the work that you missed this day or the things you didn't do this day because you got caught up in some mess. So being adaptable does take anything that arises, any situation that comes up, having to like say, all right, that was fucked up. That was a bad move. I feel how I feel. All right, fuck it. I'll deal with it. I'll learn from this and I'll move on, type shit. And it don't gotta take you a week to do. It could be literally the same day. Prophet, how are you? How are you? Happy to have you here tonight. God, you had yours for 7.5 years. You coming up to me. That I had mine for 8 years. It's a lovely journey. Hold on. Yeah, y'all. So yeah, we gotta be able to like just be like, yo, especially when the situation is out your control. If it's out of your control, and you know when something's out of your control. It's so, ooh, look at the fireworks. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, it's very lovely. It's a lovely journey, and 7 is such a beautiful number. Jazz, baby. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, we just gotta, especially now with astrology terms, retrograde season, we have Uranus as a planet of change. When I say change, I'm talking about this planet, Uranus, don't give a fuck if you, but it's more so for your best, your better good, to shift you towards the path that you need to be. It doesn't affect you in a way where it makes you worse or it makes your life worse. It may feel like that. It may be dramatic like that, but yeah, that's why it's so good to learn how to adapt to change, how to be okay with change. It's the most uncomfortable thing. I will not act like it's comfortable. This shit is uncomfortable. But once you learn how to adapt to change, you become so badass at this life thing. Things will just happen. Nowadays, when stuff be happening, like I'll pick up a glass, like my favorite shades to wear outside, and I'll pick it up and the shit is broken. Nowadays, when stuff like that happen, I'm like, all right, like, damn, that hurt a little bit, like my favorite glasses. But I'll be so like, all right, what the fuck? It's just not meant to come with me. I'll get another pair. That's what I'm talking about. That kind of energy, that's necessary right now. Ascended Dave, I love your name. Thank you. I'm definitely feeling this retrograde, child. I know. I'm experiencing some stuff too, and I'm like, and at the same time, I'm monitoring how I'm reacting and how I'm feeling, and I'm just like, I control this shit. I'm in control and in charge of how I react, right? Even if I feel some shit, does that mean I gotta act with my emotions? Or could I choose a different way of distributing this energy? Jay, Cancer. I'm meeting a lot of Cancers today. What is going on? Let me find out. Hi, how are you, Jay? Thank you, guys. Love the natural net smile. What's your sign? I'm an Aries. I'm an Aries sun, Scorpio rising, and I'm a Libra moon. quite the mix. But yeah, y'all, ain't nothing to fear, especially with the fear mongering that's happening on the social media. Listen, when it comes to social media, give yourself a chance to take breaks for real, especially nowadays. Because imagine, first of all, you got shit to do. And you know you got shit to do. Nobody's saying you can't scroll. Like, I like to take care of what I gotta take care of. And then I just chill for a little bit. Let me scroll, see what's on. But in that time, I monitor myself. Because I could catch myself there for fucking 30 minutes turn into 2 hours. And all of a sudden, the whole day is gone. So, especially when it comes to your mind, what we consume over and over again, we gotta really, really, really make sure we monitor that, because it could affect us without us even being aware. Your subconscious mind is always taking in information. Always. God, thank you. What are your placements? I love to hear about everybody else's placements. Prophet, yes, we can control our own desires and reality facts. Yep. We control. And as far as desires though, there are times when we have desires and I be like for me personally, I be having some desires. I'm like, where the hell does this come from? But I had to learn that desires was also an indication of the things that I want to do and the things that I need to do. Because if I personally believe you wouldn't have a desire for something you're not meant to do. Like, that don't make no sense. So if you desire something, it's always for a reason. And I advocate for going towards it. Go towards your desires. Because if it's not a blessing, it's a lesson, and they're both a fucking win. You never fail. There's never a fail. Because you're taking in information regardless. And most times, let me tell you something about failures. Failures, quote unquote, that should be boosting you. Because all of a sudden you start getting this adrenaline. And now you want to achieve some shit because you done know what feeling low feels like. You know what being in a rut feels like. So now you even more dedicated. To me, that's a boosting energy type shit. It boosts you. God, you remember we talked about it yesterday. I'm a Libra. Oh yes, child, Libra. And I was like, that's the reason why Libra moon. And you got a fire sun and Virgo rising, so you well grounded because you got the fire and the air, but you got that Virgo. That Virgo keeps you grounded. This sounds inspirational, but I missed most of what you said. No worries, Liddy. I said Liddy, little Thotty. I don't know why I saw Liddy. Little Thotty, no worries. I actually record this. So I post them on my YouTube channel. I'm going to post this most likely tomorrow so you could catch, and also other lives that I speak on my YouTube channel. Catch it on Shandy Love Speaks. I'm going to post it on my page. I also got a channel called I'm Shandy Love. So you can support me there and watch my other lives. All right, I got Capricorn 5 times in my chart. Yeah, forget it. You don't need no help with being grounded, and you don't need no help with making the money. You got all the fucking money. Like, if anything, let me look back. Do you have any water placements? Because you telling me all this fire, air, and earth placements. Where is the water, God? Or do you need help tapping into your emotions? What's going on? But yeah, y'all. Yeah, astrology is life. I love it. And I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, everything's like, I look through things through spiritual lens. I do. And I don't care how annoying I come across to anybody, because I understand that this shit is not only physical. I don't give a fuck. I've done seen some shit and experienced some shit to know. So I will always look through lens of spirituality first, and then, I stay grounded. I stay grounded in here because I got to be. But I also don't justify anybody's behavior based off their signs. I don't believe in that. I believe in free will, and I do believe like not all signs are the same, because we got all these placements in our charts anyways. So if somebody that's a Scorpio, two people that's a Scorpio, they're not gonna act the same. they probably gotta have some similar, like, you know, just basic things, qualities about them that be like, oh, you're a Scorpio, and you'll be dead ass on point. But everybody's different. So I would never generalize astrology. Not over here. So you have Pisces. I wonder what house you got Pisces in, God. And you said you only got one. Well, I mean, yeah, of course you got a, yeah. As far as planets, though, I have a lot of water placements, too. And that's why I've been, growing up, I've been very sensitive. Like, oh my God. I grew up in a Jamaican household, Jamaican as fuck. So they could not bother with the crying. And I was always crying, guys. I'm a crier to this day, but I was really bad. And then I guess it was bad because I didn't have the language for what I was feeling. It's like animals. They don't have the words, so they're going to make some sound. My language was crying. I just knew I felt uncomfortable and I didn't like it. But now I'm learning that I've always been sensitive as fuck. And not sensitive as a bad way, like, or it was easy for me to take on people problems, or people like they make fun of me and I'll cry to everything. That happened too, but I was more so, I was a feeler. I was always a feeler. I feel so deeply, to the point where I can't. I think there was a time I was going through a spiritual awakening and I was asking God, I said, God, please, I don't want to feel no more. Like, it was bad. I was praying not to feel. I did not want to feel shit. I'm very sensitive. Truly understand what you mean. Thank you, Prophet. Thank you for reminding me that I'm not alone, because this shit is no joke. Your Saturn is in your Pisces. Bombard, God, for real. And so that, wait, hold on. Are you experiencing your Saturn return right now? God bless. For real. Saturn in your Pisces, though, that's a crazy sign. It's a crazy placement, because Pisces want to be all over, like, they want to be in the dream, and Saturn is going to pull you right out. Saturn is like, no, realistic, while Pisces wants to daydream. So yeah, that is a wild mix. Blessings for that. But let's keep moving forward. Okay, I wrote some stuff over here because I have been experiencing some things lately. I recently realized, right? Now, this is something I knew, but I realized that I needed more work. So, and that's the thing. There's levels to this shit. So you may feel like you overcame a struggle, and then down the line you're gonna realize you got more work to do. Guys, as long as we're here on this earth, we're gonna have more work to do. So just get ready, okay? Get ready for the work. So recently I realized I was still trying to like conform myself in a way where I'm tolerable, like somebody could tolerate me. And like, as far as even in relationships, like not only friendships, but relationships, more so relationships, because I've had a hard experience, painful experiences with relationships. And I still have the audacity to still try and date in these streets, y'all. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, but I'm still out here trying because I love love, right? But I realized I kind of tame myself, or kind of like dim my own light in a way to just see if somebody's gonna be able to handle that. I have to understand that's not my responsibility. Why the fuck am I shifting my personality to make you comfortable? I don't even know you like that. The only way that I would do that is if I don't know you like that. And that's like, to me, the best way for you to filter people out is to be yourself fully, loudly. Be you. So I had to really take note of that, and I have to take care of that, because if I don't do that, it's gonna follow me throughout my adulthood, and I don't have time to be still working on stuff I should have been working on years ago as an adult, when I'm trying to thrive, you know. Sweet Lips, spiritual guidance. Thank you, Sweet Lips. Fully understand. Yeah. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate you, Marcus. Um, yeah, yeah. So I realized that, and it kind of made me feel kind of bad. Cause I'm like, I still got this shit to do. Like, I thought I done overcame that, but all I gotta say is when it comes to stuff like that, at least you're not starting over. You're applying what you already learned, and all you're gonna do is strengthen yourself, strengthen it to your core. It's like a muscle. Like you go to the gym to build on it, and sometimes when you stop working out, you realize, although it feels like you gotta work back to where you was working at before, there's still things that you gained in the gym that you never gonna lose, and you bring that with you on your journey. It's the same thing when it comes to this life shit, okay? And this relationship shit, making connections, trying to date, all of this. So I forgave myself. I said, girl, it's cool. At least you took note of it. When you're aware, now you have the power to change some shit. Now that you're aware, you can make a different choice. It be those people who lack awareness that we gotta feel sorry for it. Because they're out here just doing shit on autopilot. Literally, subconsciously fucking their life up. So once you got that awareness, it's like, okay, no need to judge yourself for making a mistake. No need to judge yourself for choosing wrong or walking the wrong path. And I'm doing this because I don't feel like it's never a wrong or a right. I don't believe in that. I feel like if anything, you may take the longer route. You may add on more lesson to your path, but you're never making the wrong choice. You're just choosing. You're just choosing things, and these are the effects of your choices. Cause and effect. That's it. It's what you do with that will either elevate you or keep you stuck. So yeah, when I noticed that I was still kind of like not being myself in these connections, like let's face it, when we start talking to somebody, we're really talking to the person mask, and they're talking to our mask. We don't really naturally we don't let our hair down, we don't break our wall down for just anybody, right? So there's gonna be times where you're gonna be like, until you get comfortable, and then you start showing your true colors. But it shouldn't take too long. It shouldn't take like 3 months to do that. If you find yourself still kind of dimming your light and not really expressing your true authentic self, then you gotta really tap in and wonder why, like what's going on with you. Or if it's not true, then why aren't you safe enough to be yourself with this person, with these people? Answers. It's always an answer. So yeah, y'all, let your authenticity shine. Allow yourself to be yourself, regardless of what. At my last position, at my last job, I was like, I'm not coming in here smiling with y'all just because I want to smile. Like, no, if I don't feel like smiling today, I'm not smiling today. I'm going to be myself. I'm coming up in here. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to wear what I like to wear. I'm going to do me. And, they had some opinions about it. They wasn't too like, if anything, they were just more like, what word could I describe their reaction to me being me? And not having to not wanting to abide by the structure that they said, oh, you gotta be like this at your desk and typing like this and talking a certain way and present yourself a certain way that you're probably not. They would probably look at me and be like, every once in a while, like, oh, look, I love your nose ring, or I like your outfit, I like your glasses. I will have like probably 5 different pairs of glasses because I wear glasses, so I like to change it up a bit. And they take note of that because that's just me. That's uniquely me. Not giving a fuck, not caring about my individual uniqueness and how that may affect you, or if it may ruffle your feathers a bit. And I feel like everybody should operate like that. I need you on my Snap. Hi, Idan. How are you? Yeah, it's okay if we have a moment like that. Yeah. I'm not going to always be perfect. I think that's in this season that we're heading into, this retrograde season, retrograde, Mercury's going retrograde in Virgo. Um, that's gonna come up a lot. There's some things you feel like you gotta look a certain way to present yourself. You do think that in order to start on the business, it has to be perfect and structured in a certain way. You don't give yourself a chance to just start building the shit any way you can right now with what you got and just fix it as you go. You see what I'm trying to say? There's going to be certain things coming up to like challenge you to let go of that perfectionism shit and understand that you wanting things to be perfect is what exactly is holding you back. You wanting shit to be perfect is the reason why you're procrastinating. It's the reason why you took 2 weeks to do something that will take you 5 minutes to complete. It's it's so clear as day how we get in our own way. Much gratitude to you for the divine messages. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much, God. Thank you. You're gonna go live for a minute? Of course. Yeah, I won't stay in here for too long, so I'll check out I check your live out. It's very deep conscious videos and music I listen to. I love like we could get on these platforms and just share whatever we know and just heal with one another, learn from one another, and it doesn't take much. Like, it really took me having to just face my fears to get up here and talk my shit for real. Because for so long, I was afraid of doing that. And I think I was afraid more so because I've always had this, I don't know, fear of eyes being on me, being in the center. It was something that I had to deal with since I was young. And I told myself, if I'm going into the profession I'm going into now, like, for those who don't know, I'm a spiritual life coach. And I'm a writer, motivational speaker. If I'm going towards that direction, I have to face those fears. Like, I can't. So I'm saying all of that to let you guys know that usually it's your fears that you need to tap into. You need to face those fears, so you could get closer to where you gotta go. Most times your fears is the ones that's blocking you. And the next step will be revealed to you when you go and do what it is that you know you're afraid to do. Because you already know what your fears are. So while you're waiting on the uncertain to not be here anymore, you're waiting for things to be more certain and more clear for you. Focus on what you do know. You do know that you need to wake up earlier. You do know that there's things that you need to let go of. Work on that. You do know that you know where you don't want to be. You know what you need to change. Work on what you know right now, so you could and by the time you focus on those projects, that's exactly what it is. Self-improvement, self-empowerment projects, right? You focus on those projects, and then boom, things start coming up to you. The same things you was worrying about didn't show up yet. They just start coming up out of nowhere because your mind wasn't even focused on that. It will seem like it happened overnight, almost. So I will not lie to you guys. Focus on what you know. And if you don't know you don't know anything, if you feel like you don't know anything, that means you need to sit down with yourself. You need to tune everything out. You need to get off social media for a little bit. You need to clear your mind. That's the problem. You're not being present. Thank you. I really needed this. I've been running from my calling for years. And we all been there, twin. We all been there. I feel like this is a universal thing too. Because we was brought up in this world where they told us it was one way of living. And that's not true. They gave us this picture, right? White picket fence, house, husband, career. Go to college, get your degree. So much that you feel like if you're not doing these things in this matter of time, you failed. Not realizing that you are so unlimited. You're such a unlimited, magical, creative being. That unlimited creativity is flowing through you. Conduit of natural gifts. But because we're so caught up in their way of doing and their way of telling us how to live. Imagine you born into this world, right, as yourself, and somebody telling you how you need to be in your own life, in your own movie. That's some sick shit. So yeah, some of us run from our calling because we couldn't see it for ourselves. We had no. It's like a fear thing. One, we don't think that we are able to because we never saw it. And most of us will be the first. We'll be the first millionaire in our family, the first one with the amazing businesses. We'll be the first to experience these stuff. You didn't have the model in front of you. You didn't have people around you to give you. So you're the one that's creating the blueprint. So that's why I feel like your way is always the best way. Your way is always the best way. Yeah, you could look at somebody's way of doing as for inspiration and try to see what they got going on and see, that's what we're here for anyways, is levels of support. But at the end of the day, your essence, your blueprint, your ideas is what's going to get you to where you need to go. Nobody else is. I could tell you so many things that I did, but it's not going to probably turn out to be your result. You're going to know. And that's why, I'm a spiritual life coach, and I do birth chart readings, and I do readings in general, right? When people come to me for readings, I do not tell nobody their future. I tell them possibilities. If anything, you're going to tell me your future. You're going to tell me based off of your habits and your choices that you're making right now. I think people think that there's some magic way of, their life is going to shift without their doing, without their input. It's your responsibility to get to where you got to go. It's your responsibility. Nobody could do this for you but you. You could blame, you could point the fingers. There's many times I blame my parents. I was like, they didn't even think about me. They didn't think to put me in a savings, put my money in a savings. They didn't think about creating a fund, no inheritance. I was so angry. Because I was like, my dad had all the money and he just washed it away. I had to forgive them. Because I couldn't go where I was going with that on my back, with that resentment. It wasn't going to help me. So yeah, I had to cry it out. I had to let it go. I had to release. I had to understand that although I didn't ask for this life, or I didn't ask for that way of being and that upbringing, it's now my responsibility to heal those layers, those parts of myself that feel like I'm not worthy to be successful. I'm not worthy to be a millionaire. To feel like it can't be me. It can't be me to have everything that I want. Why not me? You're going to have to start asking yourself, why not me? Thank you, Lord, for using her. Thank you, twin. I appreciate you. Lady 8K, thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm just sharing the things I know. I'm sharing everything I know, and I don't mind sharing it. I don't mind talking my shit up here, because at the same time, it's healing me. Because it's letting me know I did not experience what I experienced in vain. I did not. And I'm putting it in good use. Every moment makes up for the future. Every moment. Like, I was giving everybody a life hack the other day, and I was saying, if you really want to work on creating the best reality for yourself, just take a look at your choices. Take a look at your choices. When you're making a choice, understand, like, you got to start thinking long term. This choice is going to create an effect one day. It's going to create an outcome. So choose wisely. And the best way to choose is by the heart, by love. Never make a choice. Never make a choice based off of fear. If you're uncertain about something, it's a no. It's a no. Or it's just a not right now. You don't be uncertain about something and feel like that's the opportunity for you to jump and make a choice because you're afraid that whatever you don't want to happen is going to happen. That is scarcity. That is fear. That's lack mindset. You don't want the outcome of that. Now you're going to dig a deeper hole that you really can't get out of. because you could not wait on divine timing. You couldn't wait on spirit to move for you. So most of us just need to rest. And people be saying, oh, I've been doing nothing but resting. Yeah, but have you been resting your mind? Because you could lay down physically, right? Lay down, but still be overworking. How many of y'all ever been depressed before and felt so tired? The depression kept you stuck in the bed, but you still felt tired. That is work. That's work. That mental work it's a whole nother battlefield. We gotta remember who we are. At the end of the day, what we doing this shit for. And not allow the little human shit. It's like, I like to call it human shit. Your bill's gonna get paid. You're gonna have a home to stay in. There's nothing happening to you right now. You are safe. It don't fucking matter what that person think about you. It don't matter what the fuck they did, because at the end of the day, every part of everything, every choice they make is a reflection of them. It has nothing to do with you. We got to stop letting this human shit get to us to the point where we're suffering. We're suffering because we're choosing to put our focus on shit that don't matter. Shit that won't matter in 6 months to come. But you know what you could do right now to make the next 6 months crazy good for you? Focusing on your own shit. Focus on your own journey. Focus on healing. Focus on your heart. Focus on what makes you feel good. I like that shit. I love to spoil myself. That's one thing. I don't gotta depend on no motherfucker to spoil me. I will spoil myself rotten. Because I deserve it. I don't need nobody to tell me to look good. I don't need nobody to validate me. I don't need nobody to tell me I'm right. I validate myself. Everything else is a bonus. I love to hear it. I love to see it. I love to receive the report, the support, and I love to be seen. But that don't matter if you don't see yourself. So for those of you who are out here looking to be seen and who are out there looking to be validated, you have to validate yourself. You gotta choose yourself first. It's all a human holographic shit. Yes. It's all a human holographic shit. It's definitely holographic. And some of us can't grasp the concept of that, right? The fact that we're in a simulation, because this shit seems so literal. But let's take a look at your phone. I'm on the screen talking to you on a device. Some of y'all are like thousands of miles away from me. Some of y'all have time differences. That's enough for me to know this shit is fucking not real. Facts. Always. Yeah, facts. But yeah, for those who don't know, my name is Shandy Love. I'm a spiritual life coach. I'm an astrologist. I do birth chart readings and all that fun shit. I come here to talk some real nigga shit, okay? I talk about real. I love to laugh and joke and shit, but I really do. Your smile is healing. Thank you. That made me feel really good. Thank you. I'm so happy that it feels healing. I'm not too social. Don't like crowds of people, especially if the energy. Yeah, I'm really big. Like, I'm a homebody. I pop out every now and then. Like, I love to have fun. Don't get it twisted. I'll be out there shaking my ass. Okay? But it's balance. I love to be home too. I love that shit. I love my bed. Can you help me out with astrology? I know a lot, but can learn. I could definitely help you out. Like, I'm gonna start talking about it here, so just tap in with me here. And I also talk about astrology and other stuff on my YouTube channel. I am Shandy Love. It's in my link in my bio, so you can look at all those other videos that I talk about astrology, because it's, yeah. And if anything helps, you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll definitely assist you the best way I can. Ask me. Me too, yes. It's always about balance. Balance and harmony. I will say that every day. That's my affirmation right there. I am in full balance and harmony. I am in full balance and harmony. That's really the key right there. Too much of one thing is really not good, guys. And I know our parents would say it, and they used to sound annoying when they used to say that shit. I could not stand when they used to tell me. When my mother used to tell me that shit, I'm like, yo, you hater. Like, you know, like, just upset. But it's the truth. Listen to your body. Your body requires rest after a while. You can't be working and not resting. Your body's gonna burn out. Some of us are on autopilot to the point we don't even realize when the body's tired until something happens to us. We fall physically ill because we didn't allow the machine to charge. So we got to be very, very careful and pay attention. Thank you, Keeber. Thank you. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you. Collective consciousness is a thing, Prophet. Sometimes I'll think something and somebody say it, like, and I no longer be surprised anymore. Because although we are individual beings and we're having our own reality and it's not the same as somebody else's, we still are a collective. Like, that's why it's just like we could you don't gotta be psychic to read energy. You could tell when somebody's lying to you. People, energy never lies. You just got people who are able to read it well because they're more present. But we all could read energy. We could all read each other's energy. A machine is exactly what the vessel is. Okay. Because when this shit break down and is done, this meat suit is done, we are so immortal. We're still living. We other portals, other realms. Because energy cannot be destroyed. You can't kill it. It never dies. And that's why we got to enjoy this vessel that we was blessed with. Take care of it, honor it for the time that you have it. Because it's never going to be this vessel anymore. It's that vessel that you're in right now is never going to be that specific vessel. You ever think about that? Yeah, besides all the cloning shit that's happening. Your vessel, your body, the way you look, the way you sound, nobody's going to have that ever again. Why do we waste time comparing ourselves to people then? If we got our own unique signature and own essence, our own way of doing shit, why do we look at other people and be like, I want that. I wish I had that. I wish that was me. Do you know what they had to go through to get that? Do you know what they're going to have to lose down the line because of their own journey? Let's stop. That's unique within itself. Yeah. And as somebody that like really had an issue like with their body image for a while, like I struggled with it, which is why I try to help myself and women fall in love with their bodies just to connect with it more. I still got to thank God for my vessel because these cells, the amount of work they're putting in to keep me alive, keep all of us alive, communicating with each other, making sure that they are fighting all these potential illnesses all day. You gotta give thanks. Gratitude. People be looking at the present project and see how that person go to where they are. Yeah. And that's why they be like, oh, if you don't post it on social media, it didn't happen. Well, let me tell you, I don't give a fuck what y'all think. I don't care if y'all think it happened, if it didn't happen. I will be sipping wine on the island for sure without needing to post it. I don't have to post nothing or reveal nothing for you to validate that my experience that I'm living is real. That's what social media is becoming if you're not using it the right way. Because we could talk about the fact that social media is very useful, especially when you look at life differently and you're creative. And like for me personally, I use it as a magnifying glass. I use it to monitor how the majority of the collective is thinking. And majority of the collective is thinking very shitty nowadays. The dating pool sucks. They're arguing about the same fucking shit every day. Talking about the same shit nonstop. You have people who avoid their own feelings and people who move a certain way and they go on social media and talk about the same thing they don't like, which is the same thing they're doing. People are liars. Like, spirituality has become an ego badge on social media. Like, yeah, talk about it. Because it's becoming more mainstream, and because the world is becoming more like esoteric, because we're coming into the age of Aquarius, right? So it's very like out of this world type shit. So like spirituality is going, but they said this would happen. This is why astrology is real. They said this would happen. I saw them say it. They said that spirituality is going to be a trend. Whoever controls the internet they mind. That's why they don't use it for positivity. Yeah. They social media is basically a way to keep majority trapped into a certain way of thinking, a certain way of being, which is fear. But for the ones who already know what this is, there's no way they could trap you. That's why I'm saying, like, for a very long time, I was afraid. But I stopped being afraid when I realized it's me. I'm the one doing it. We made them. We made the contrast. So if you know that you are the one creating this shit, you know how to monitor and maneuver through this shit. Always tell people about social media can be good. Yeah, it could. I'm telling you, it's all about balance and moderation in everything, in what you eating, in what you consuming, through your mind, what you reading, through people, even the people that you love. You got stuff to do. You can't be on the phone chit chatting all day. Not with the way time is speeding nowadays. Sometimes you could barely hold a conversation with one person a day because you got mad shit to do. So like, boundaries, balance, harmony. I like all those words when it comes to this life shit right now. Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm about to call it a night. I got some stuff to study, so I'm gonna be up studying because I spent the day chit chatting on the phone the same way I was just like. But it was for good purposes. It was business related as well, and it was an old friend of mine that we're reconnecting right now. So it was a priority for me, and I'm gonna pay back for that priority by getting my ass in bed and studying. So you guys know the drill. Before bed tonight, visualize yourself, your higher self, please. Please see yourself, the successful you, the beautiful you, the more confident you. Visualize that and feel that energy. Soak in that energy. When you wake up tomorrow, say your affirmations and embody that energy. Become your higher self. That's the way out this motherfucking matrix. Become them today. All right, guys. You can follow me on IG, Shandy Love. Also, my YouTube channel, I am Shandy Love. I send you guys so much love, health, wisdom, all that. I see you guys tomorrow around the same time. 8:30, 9:30-ish. You name it. I see you guys.